What's up guys, Bammer here. We are back on the Cakecore SMP. Hope you guys are having a good day today. We have some big plans for this episode today. So, I came over here to spawn, and I'm like, you know what? I want to shop. I need to come up with a shop idea. Now, for anyone who's been following my channel for a long time, you'll know I love one type of shop. And we are going to bring the shop to this server. That shop is going to be the Cakecore Chicken Plaza. Obviously before it wasn't Cakecore, but we're bringing Chicken Plaza here to Cakecore. We have some feisty competition over here with some other food sales, so we're going to have to cut our margins and make stuff happen. I got a little plot of land here. I can build my chicken shop within this block. Now, this is going to be a big store, right? Everyone's going to want to come here. So if you want to have a big store, you need to have a big road. Look at this. We have only a 2-wide road. This can't happen, right? We need to have a big road for a big store. That's more like it. All right. Ignore this block. I'll fix that. So we got our big road here for a big shop. Now, I spaced this out so it would be 1 block away on all edges. I think that's far enough so it's not like sitting right on the curb, and it looks like most people did that, so we'll stick with that. Now, the front of the shop where you're going to purchase things is going to be right here. But we're going to also have some free seating area right around here, I believe. So, believe it or not, I believe I can fit all of the chicken farm and the seating area in this block. Believe me? Well, you better, because we're going to make it happen today. Here's a bunch of the goodies I collected. We're obviously not going to need all of it, but a pretty good amount of it we're going to use here. So let's get to work. Alright, so I started building and then I realized I was actually missing a couple things I thought I had. So here's a quick peek at what I got. I ended up getting some lava. I needed to get glass and dispensers. I thought I had dispensers on me, but I didn't. So what we're actually going to do, I'm going to do like a bit of a step-by-step build here and see how it turns out. So we're going to have our entrance here. Not entrance, but the front of the store. This is where the chicken's going to be for people to get, and we're just going to have a wall with some signs and that, sort of like a menu. So we'll start out here, lay on some stone brick, and like so that'll be easily accessible. And we're going to have a window right here. So we'll get our glass. Let's grab a couple things actually. Alright, so we'll put the glass here. Now, the chickens are going to go here. Now, in the past when I made these, I would put a slab on top of the hopper because items can still go through the slab and into the hopper and that. So I would have the chickens stand here, and I would put the lava dispenser right up here. So what this would do, if we had baby chickens, they would sit below the lava blocks, so they actually wouldn't burn up and only the adults would burn. And we're going to keep that same idea here. However, I made a small modification. So I realized with this slab being as tall as it is, sometimes item drops end up getting taken out by the lava. So even when it's as fast as we can, with the lava going out and in, we still lose some items. So the best way to reduce the chance of that happening is to get a shorter block. Now I tried a couple things, like we can't use trapdoors because that's not tall enough for the chickens to get hit with this. So the one I ended up settling on here was sea pickles. Now sea pickles are an interesting block because you could put 4 of them in 1 block and it grows each time. So here we just have 1 pickle, and when we put 2 it gets like a smaller hitbox. So this would be like the next best option here. The problem is that baby chickens can actually squeeze in the edge of the block, like within these couple pixels right around here. And we don't want that happening because when they grow up, they'll suffocate in the blocks. So if we put a 3rd one in, you can see it expanded a bit towards the edge. This is small enough that baby chickens can't fall in, and it's a bit shorter than 4. So we're going to stick to the 3 sea pickles. That seemed to be the magic number for me. So that is shorter than a slab, as you'll see. If we put it here, you can see visibly it is. So instead of being at 70.5, we're at 70.375. So we get an extra 1.2 or 0.125 blocks down. And we'll take what we can get with this, whatever increases our margins. Now there's essentially going to be two parts to this. There's going to be the bottom half and the top half. The top half is going to have the chickens that are going to be laying eggs to be dispensed in, and that's going to be its own separate device. And then the bottom half, we're going to have this lava on a clock. Now I got a new clock this time. In the past I would use double daylight sensors, but instead of using daylight sensors I want to use a hopper clock. And that should use lava like roughly every 5 minutes. It's not 5 minutes on the dot, but it's somewhere around that range. Which should be frequent enough to get the chickens and not too frequent that it gets like annoying. So first we're going to do the top part. The dispenser is going to be up here like this, and it's going to shoot the eggs down. It's going to be a bit separated from this because we want these on separate layers of redstone so they don't like interconnect with each other. I was having issues with that with the new hopper clock, but I think I have it worked out, fingers crossed. I tested it for a couple hours running and it seemed fine. So we're going to have this up here, and we're going to need to feed two hoppers into it from the side. These hoppers is where the regular chickens are actually going to be staying. The ones that are like will be making the eggs for us. So we're gonna box this in, put some slabs over the top, and two trapdoors. So once we get our chickens, that's the only thing we don't have, is the eggs. They'll just be sitting in here. I think we can put, I think 44 was about my magic number, because it's supposed to be something like you could put 24 entities in one block before they start suffocating. So I tested that, I'd put like 48 in, but they still suffocate a little bit. So we'll cut it down a little bit. We'll either do like 40 to 44, somewhere in there. Hopefully I'll be alright if it doesn't impact me performance-wise too much, but if the other guys have issues with it, they can hit me up and I'll cut down the chickens. So we're going to get started on some of the redstone here. First we're going to start out with a comparator on subtract mode, because we're going to have a little bit of a clock running with this. It's going to go into a block. And from there, we're going to drop a slab with a repeater on it. And then that's going to go into a block. Can I land this? I can't. Alright, we're going to do that. And then we're going to put a note block under there. This is going to be for the later half. This was the best solution I could make to fix an issue I had with the hopper clock. It would randomly like stop working. And this forced block updates to it, so by running through this clock occasionally. So we're going to use that. It's sort of a ghetto fix, but it gets the job done. From here, we're going to put down two pieces of redstone. It's going to go right here and here. And it's going to make a line like this. So then whenever we detect an item entering into the dispenser, it's going to send a signal here, and it's going to loop around. And we're going to run it up this block here. Now this redstone is going to trigger the dispenser, so that'll fire the egg. And this clock here, what it'll do, it's running back into this. So say we get like multiple eggs coming in here, while this is on, it's going to keep triggering a loop here, and that'll keep shooting out the eggs for as many as we have. Alright, so now the top part's basically done. We can work on the bottom. We'll just clean up a couple blocks here. So we're going to have this be the floor level basically. So we shouldn't have any redstone below here. There'll be a bit coming up, but other than that, it'll all stay around here. So we're going to hook up our observer here, and this will sort of split some of the complexity. No, I lied. We're putting it up one more block. Yes. Alright, from there we'll put another piece there. We're going to run the redstone, so this is going to trigger the dispenser to shoot out the lava once our clock triggers. And then we're going to run it up here, like so, into a repeater set to the second level here, I believe. Yeah, the point of it is this will trigger it twice, so the lava will shoot out and then really quickly. We could even test it if we wanted. So if we grab our lava bucket, speaking of server lag, there we go, and we'll put it in here. So what should happen, we'll break this block here just so we can see. When I place a block here, it should pop out and in right away. Sweet. There we go. All right, so that works fine. So those are the 2 easy parts down. Now we gotta build the clock. So we'll fill this in here. This is just gonna be the outside wall, so we're not actually gonna have anything on here. Alright, so now we're gonna actually build the clock, guys. We're gonna start out with a piston here. This is a typical Etho-styled redstone clock, copper clock. So we're gonna just build this quickly here. If you guys want to look up a guide on like how this works, you can find a better one and I'll explain it online. But basically, we're just transferring some items between hoppers, and when one moves to one side, this moves. One moves all back to the other, it moves back, and it'll just keep going forever. And for the amount of items that we have in the hoppers, I didn't bring quite enough to fill up all the hoppers today, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. I can run back later and fill it up with more stone brick or something. Now we're going to need to put our hoppers here. So we need one going this way and one going that way. Not that way. That's definitely not the way. That way. So now we have this. We could break this piece here, and we're going to put a comparator. This is going to go into a block with a piece of redstone dust on top. Now, what this will do is if there's items in this hopper, it's going to light up this redstone, which will extend the piston. So we could do that for one item. And it instantly took it into this one. Alright, so we gotta get the other one set up first before we can explain it. Here we go. So now you can see how it's working here. As the item transfers between the two, it'll go. If I add in more items, it's going to take a while. Yeah, we really worked the lava dispenser with that one. Jeez. So yeah, now every time that clock goes, that'll keep triggering the lava. There we go, nice and easy. And that's basically it, guys. It isn't super complex. It's just a couple different parts to it. We just have like this part. This is the double tick pulses dispenser, the hopper clock, and the comparator dispenser thingy up here. And after many hours of hard work, it's done, guys. Are you ready? Do you want to see it? Alright, here it is. It's the grand opening of the Cakecore Chicken Plaza. And our special is going to be absolutely free chicken and feathers. Right here, freshly made, home cooked. You better believe it, boys. We are going to be the shop in town. Everybody's going to be coming to us for their chicken needs. That's right, and it's all free for the grand opening here. Oh yeah. Now while I was at it, I did a little bit of sprucing up. I threw down some trees and bushes and that. Tried to make the area look a bit nice and that. Make it stand out a bit so people are more drawn towards this part of the area instead of the deserted plains that surrounds everything else. So yeah, I think it'll turn out pretty nice. We got some storage on the inside here. I'll use this to keep a bunch of my stuff for like around the area and that, so and I don't need to run back to my base every time I want to get stuff. I should have enough to store things here. Alright, so Reed, I called you here today because I need to get a health inspection done of this brand new Cakecore Chicken Plaza I built.
Alright, well, you called at the perfect time because not only will we be inspecting your Cakecore Chicken Plaza, but Pat's Chip Chop shop also needs to be inspected as it is the routine time of year for it.
Ah, right. Alright, so start off, we'll see. I have all my chicken stored in closed, sealed containers, right? So there's no contamination, it's only cooked chicken in here. No raw chicken gets mixed in.
Alright, very good.
We could come to the back, you can see all my surfaces are clean. It is perfectly safe in here. All wiring is completely under control. Furnaces are cleaned. All items are stored in separate containers. And they are sealed.
Very good, very good. Anything that might potentially bring your score down that you would like to tell me?
I don't think so. Is there anything you could see from your inspection
here? Nothing that I can see. Looks pretty top notch. Alright, so in cleanliness, you get an A. And in safety, you also get an A. That brings your total grade up to an A. Very
All
good.
right.
All right. Here is your grade, and we will put it nicely.
Perfect.
All right. Next up, we have Pat's Chip Chop Shop. All right. So as we can see,
Oh
this
goodness,
is
it's missing a
very,
doorway.
very dirty.
Oh,
First
so
thing
much
I know.
dust on here. Ew, is
Dust
anyone even cleaning
everywhere.
here?
Let's see the storage.
The counters are all dirty. Oh my gosh.
Counters are dirty.
They're
It
covered
seems
in unsealed containers. This
meat
this
left
is
open.
unacceptable.
That's how foodborne illnesses happen. All right.
Oh
We're
my
gonna have to
goodness.
give it cleanliness score of a D.
D. I don't even know if this is a D. Like we can't even have people shopping in here. This is absurd.
Right. You drive a very hard bargain point. You prove a good point. We give it an F. And then in safety, while there are no major safety issues, the dust could cause people with asthma problems. So we're gonna have to give that a D.
There's no front door. Like mobs can come in and attack you at any time. It's just
That
not
is
safe.
true, and the food is spoiling. That is a good point that apparently was not in my forefront of my head. So I guess overall that gives Pat an F.
Yeah, the store cannot continue to operate like this.
All right, so I guess we're gonna have to shut it down for now.
Yeah, it's the only logical thing we can do here is close up the store. We can't have people shopping in the stores like this. It's just not safe for other Cakecore members. So you have a health report ready to put on the front door here?
Yep.
And there we go, Chip Shop health report.
Well,
It's so unfortunate that my competition went out of business just as I opened. What a shame.
Very, very good for the people of Cakecore that your store is here.
Absolutely. Now they know I could get safe, healthy chicken. Well treated, well cooked, all the time, always open. Well, thank you very much for doing the health report read. I am very happy with the results.
As you should be. Pat, if you are seeing this, you have some things to work on. Make sure you do that, or I will never allow your store to be open again. Cleanliness is an A. Overall, oh shit. Okay, cut this out.
The inspector's getting attacked.